This is Life Amongst the Jetsons, an explanation of how magnetic levitation will affect our future's transportation. Why the push for reformed transportation? The differences amongst resources and cost of efficient transportation vary dramatically, and scarcely leading into our future. A push to create and make choices on technologies that will decrease the rates of usage of natural resources will save billions of dollars and save the amount of pollution for our Earth's future inhabitants. Imagine showing up at a gas pump one day and seeing just as you see in the picture. What will our cars run on? Magnetic levitation is the use of electricity and magnets to levitate vehicles. This is used in transportation today and is the answer to the problems at hand. The basic principle behind magnetic levitation is using the attractive and repulsive magnetic poles to the advantage and to create electromagnetic propulsion. Magnetic levitation is used in three types of suspension: electrodynamic, electromagnetic, and induct track. Today's presentation we will discuss electromagnetic and electrodynamic suspensions. This is the maglev train in Germany. It's the Transrapid, and it runs off electromagnetic suspension. Electromagnetic suspension system is used to levitate the train on its track. This is done by electromagnetics that are attached to the train, creating an electromagnetic field that attracts inversely and creates levitation of the train on the track. This level of repulsion allows for the train to have no need for wheels. This is the maglev train in Japan. It is the Shinkansen, and it has a record of 311 miles per hour. Its suspension is electrodynamic. Electrodynamic suspension has turned the repulsive suspension into one that is both repulsive and attractive. This is done by electromagnetic fields created on the guideway and the train. The levitation here only works at high speeds. The attractive forces create a current and a magnetic flux that is not strong enough to levitate the train at low speeds or when it has stopped. Therefore, these trains do need wheels up to a point of takeoff. These two systems is what will eventually define public transportation. The next step looks very similar to what one may have seen in an episode of The Jetsons. One day we could be traveling to work or grandma's house in a pod. We won't have full control like George and his wife Judy to go wherever we'd like, but the pods would operate just as the trains connected to a rail. The private company Skytran and engineers from NASA are developing this in-the-sky transportation. The use of sky as real estate for this transit system is less destructive and less expensive than redesigning underground transit systems. The use of magnetic levitation would be similar to that of the maglev trains. The pods would be placed along the steel guideway. The magnets would be placed in the vehicles to reduce cost of magnetizing the entire guideway. As the magnets in the vehicles fly by the coils inside, the track will have an induced magnetic field, which will levitate the pod along, allowing for a frictionless travel down the guideway. The guideway also provides for safety, ensuring the pod does not get derailed. The tracks will be supported by beams similar to standard utility poles that will be built along existing roads. The tracks can even be connected to buildings. SkyTran pods have various benefits. High capacity and maintaining capacitance with demand is one of them. Computer technology keeps adequate spacing between cars, and more track can be added as needed. The sky is the limit. They are fast. At speeds of 150 miles per hour, commuters can get around very quickly. We over time can evolve to be comfortable with such high speeds. While some of the new technologies coming to the market don't require guideways because they are run off electricity, I believe that magnetic technology is the future for public transportation. The maglev technology will take us away from a detrimental climate change, not only with lack of air pollution but also noise pollution. Maintenance of maglev trains and pods are little to nothing, and the progression of the vehicles are also not affected by weather conditions. Site straight out of the Jetsons. This has been an insight to future transportation. Thank you for watching.